Hi guys, I'm back. Here's what I have so far. Oh, I was going to tell you, I had the Bursts of Beauty journal kit that I downloaded, but there weren't that many pages. By the time I used I went ahead and did like the cover and the inside of the journal, then I only had like, I want to say 5 or 6 pages left. So I went in and I downloaded the planner kit and I used some of those pages in here. So this is what I have so far. I have the orchid page. This is from the planner. This is from the planner. Here's another page. This one's from the planner. I think this one's from the planner. So I ended up with, let's see, and this is the one that I chose for the center. I just think that's so cute. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I have the vellum. And I'm going to keep this under here for another night. I changed the paper just to make sure, and I went ahead and folded it. So, oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. I know, I said that already. There's still more oil, you can't really tell, but I just went ahead and folded it, put it between some more paper, and I'm going to keep it under my mat for another night and just see if anything comes out. So I think we'll be, I messed up my mat. I think we'll be okay. But anyway, I need to add some, let's see, I've got 10 in here, so I want to add at least 7 coffee dyed pages, and then I want to add some ledger paper, some dictionary paper, and stuff like that. So I need to pull those out. But today I want to work on the envelope. So like I said, I'm not doing the complete wraparound of the envelope this time. I'm just doing, and I did cut out all of the ephemera. The planner kit also comes with a page of these little journal cards. Is it those? No, those are too small. That's what the regular kit. But the planner one comes with these little cards. So I will definitely be using those as well. So I did go ahead and, like I said, cut out all the ephemera. So, all right. The first thing that I want to do on here is glue down a piece of Tyvek. And I get my Tyvek on Amazon in these, it comes in a pack of 100, and it's just little wrist bracelets. You know, you can print them, and anyway, so that's what I use because, well, it says 1 inch, I believe, but they're actually 3/4 of an inch. But that works out because this is a 1 signature journal. I don't need more than that. I don't want this to come all the way down because when the paper is going to have about a 1/4 inch border, so I'm just going to cut it off right there. I don't want the Tyvek to show. It doesn't ink very well. Well, it does, but it doesn't, it's got like a coating on it. So I'm also going to put some Tyvek in here because this is going to get some wear and tear on it. Oh, and the other thing is, when I folded this, this is a 9x12 envelope, but I went ahead and this side is 5 3/4, So I scored it on my scoreboard at 5 3/4. So this way this comes over, and this is going to give me a little bit more in case I need that extra 1/4 inch, and I will eventually probably score that. I don't know if you can see it on this one because I've inked everything, but I've got 3 score marks. So I've scored, there's the original score, which I believe is this one. Yeah, that's the original score. And then, is it? No. Okay. This one here, closest to the flap, is the original one. And then I've done 1/8 inch and 1/8 inch. That way it kind of gives me a little of a wraparound area. But because it's going to be used a lot, I wanted to put Tyvek there, and then I'm going to have to cover that. But anyway, so the first thing I want to do is ink around this, and I'm going to use my chocolate, and then I will put the Tyvek, only because I don't want to be bumping into it, and I'm going to make these the same size. Okay, so I don't need that piece. Okay, so the Tyvek will go on here and on here, but the first thing I want to do is ink around the edges. So I'm just going to do this. Now this chocolate is rather dark, but I kind of like it. I'm going to take this up and reposition down here, because eventually that's going to come off when I glue the paper to it. So probably should just ink under there. And I'm just going around. Okay, you get the idea. I'm going to be right back when this is finished. Okay, so I've inked around both sides, and I went ahead and scored, like I said, the this is the original fold, and I went 1/8 inch in and 1/8 inch in, so I have like a 1/4 inch gusset, if you will. Okay, so on this side, you'll see that that last score, when I fold that down, it kind of munches some of this envelope here. So what I'm going to do is just go inside and cut that off where that is. I just pull that piece off. Same thing on this side. Not really too concerned about whether it's straight or anything. And I'll come back in with this ink here. Just kind of, probably should have done that first, but that's all right. It's not going to matter once the paper is on there. Let's scrunch that up a little bit. Okay. So for the inside, okay, I want my flap on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply the glue to the inside. And if I remember correctly, I left a 1/4 inch. Yes, approximately, a little bit less. So I'm just going to come inside there and then do a line, because I'm going to sew down the middle, and I don't necessarily want a bunch of glue there. So get that on, and this is going to be completely covered up. Let's see, which one did I decide to put? This one. So let me go ahead and ink this. Beautiful papers. I just love it. Of course, I'm partial to pinks, lots of pinks, and bright pinks, and dark pinks, and light pinks, and a little bit of, well, I thought it was red, but it might be also pink. That goldenrod color that matches the envelope. Yeah, it's nice. Okay. And because I ended up with so many pages, I'm not going to put lace on all the pages. I'm only going to do every other one. So, yeah, I'm just going to attach that there. Whoops. Oh, it's been a long morning. I've been trying to get to this video, and I've had the heating and air conditioning guy out here, and why is it never cheap for heating and air? Well, you know, oh, we think it might be this, which is a real easy fix, and, you know, blah, 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 and then they get out here, and it's like, oh, well, this is not an easy fix. It's going to be probably $600-800, and that's if they can even fix it. So we had the warranty guys out here before, and they told us it just needed to be cleaned. So we paid them, you know, the copay, $75, to come out here and tell us it needed to be cleaned. So then my husband cleaned it. It still didn't work, so we paid somebody to come look at it, another $150, and they told us that it's some kind of pump. I don't know. Pumps are never good in cars or anything else. So now it's back to the warranty people, and now we're going to have to fight with them to get them to cover it. Oh well, hopefully eventually, without too much more money, there'll be heat. Okay, where's my trimmer? Okay, so now this is the way the page is. I am going to cut it in half and use it this way because I want to have the flap. I don't want the flap to cover up all this beauty, and so I'm going to use it the opposite way. Like so. That way this is the cover and the flap will come around on this side. Okay, so I need to ink this, and I'll be back. Okay, so we've got this. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to put these cover pieces on, and like so. Remember, they came like this. I cut them, and I'm doing it this way. And the reason is, and I went ahead and did this so I could try it, I want to have this flap decorated, and I don't want this on top of all of this busyness. I want it to shine on its own. So what I did was I printed out the page that was that we did the vellum with, this one. I printed that one out again, and that's what I'll use for the flap. So, however, the flap, I want to make sure I get this on the right side. Okay, so this is the inside, this is the cover. So let's do this correctly. Yes, I have it right. This is going to be the back cover, this is going to be the front cover. I don't know why I have such difficulty with flip-flopping things. Oh my gosh, just now, the reason that I do one journal and film one journal is because I really don't think I'm an idiot. But sometimes when I'm trying to figure these things out, I totally feel like an idiot. And it's like, I know there's probably an easier way to do it that I'm not doing. And I'm doing it the hard way. And so I don't necessarily want to show all y'all my failures. On purpose, anyway. Okay, so this is only about 1/8 of an inch on the sides, but it's almost 1/4 of an inch on the, maybe, yeah, about 1/4 of an inch top and bottom. So I'm just going to center that and put the back cover on. The back cover has about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And that's because of the way that I scored it with the, instead of doing right in half at 6 inches, I did the 5 3/4. So, okay guys, sorry. My husband came in and was trying to make an appointment for the warranty company to come out and look at the heater, and so, some kind of valve, not a pump. Either way, too much money. Okay, so this is the part I have issue with. Okay, so I want to make sure this writing is the right side up, and then I want to put this in here. And I want it to be, you know, somewhat even there. And then I'm going to, oops, mark this. Oops. What did I do? There we go. I was pulling on this. Okay, so I want to trim that off. And I know I'm going to have to go down a little farther. And then I think I'm going to make that probably about 4 inches, I think is what I did. Because I want to leave a little bit of a border. I have to go over that sticky part there. And then, yeah, so I need to come down just a smidge. I'm not worried about it being perfect, but and then I'm gonna cut this off to about 4 inches, so that, yeah, that'll be good. So that when you're looking, you're seeing paper, not the inside of here. So I'm gonna cut this off at 4 inches. Approximately. Okay. And then get all these crumbs up. Scraps. Oh, okay. Let's see. I want to ink around this part. Well, that's a little extreme on the corners there. Overdid it on the inking there, but that's okay. Okay, so this will go inside here like so. Okay, and the writing is the right way up. Okay, that's the important part. Take that strip off, because I have glued over those strips before. You'd think I'll remember. And then you're like, why isn't this working right? Oh yeah, because there's a release paper underneath it. I've done it when I've, made books with, chipboard books, and you have, sometimes you can use the double sticky tape. If it's like 1/4 inch, you can use it for spacers. And then, yeah, forget to take off the release paper. And so, crinkles all the time, and yeah, fun. Alright, so I'm not worried about down here because that's inside. I'm going to open this up and try to get this in without too many issues. Okay. Kind of want that there. This is also going to help strengthen, rub that off, got a little bit of glue there. Strengthen that flap too, but we have that Tyvek under there, so we don't have the Tyvek under there, guys. Oh my word. You see what I'm talking about? Oh. And I put glue all over the whole thing. I'm just gonna stick this Tyvek down in there, like so. As long as it's over that little scored part, we should be good. There we go. Okay guys, we made it. This is a video on what not to do. Oh my word. Okay, so now this, actually, you know, really quick before I forget, I kind of want to fold this back just a smidge so I can ink this fold before I get too far along. Not a lot, just a little. Okay, there we go. It's very thick with that Tyvek piece in there, so I probably should have done that ahead of time, but that'll work. Okay, inside is complete. So see, that's going to come over, wrap around, so we need to put a piece here, and this is going to be this way. Okay, so that's, let me trim off that white part. I know I can ink over it, but this way I don't have to worry about it. So that's going to line up with that, and I'm going to want it in about that much. So I'm just going to go up to the end and flip it over. Trace that. Oops. Don't draw on the envelope. Okay, so let's trim that off a little bit. And I'm trying to just round it a little bit instead of having that sharp edge. So this will be here. Still seems a little bit too big. I need to come in just a smidge. Not even an 1/8 of an inch, maybe a 1/16, and then taper off. Yeah, much better. Okay, and then I want to trim this out here. What did I do with the cutter now? Oh, here it is. Well, that went much smoother than the last time I did this. The first one I was like, what in the world did I do? Okay. Okay, so let's ink this. Wait a minute. I did it again. Oh, guys. It's upside down. Is that right? See, this is what happens when I get interrupted. It's right. Okay. Sheesh. I'm losing my mind today. You know what? I probably didn't have enough coffee this morning. I need to go have some more caffeine, clear my mind. Probably need to eat some lunch as well. Alright, so yes, that's why the writing's upside down, right? Because, no, wait. No, I'm going to cut this part out because I feel so stupid. I'm second guessing myself. Okay, here we go. I have a tendency to overcorrect. And it's one of my, it's probably my tragic flaw. For those of you who read and study literature, yeah. I have more than one tragic flaw, I believe. Okay, let's see. Let's get that on there. So pretty. So pretty. That's going to make a beautiful wraparound. And these books are going to be slightly different because the mistakes I made the first time. I had this much left the first time and this much left the second time. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's try it, guys. Let's try it, okay? So this, I'm going to let it dry flat, though. In fact, I probably should lay this one flat as well because it gets kind of wrinkly with the glue, and it does better if you leave it flat to dry, because if you fold it, then it's hard to get it back open. Okay, so, however, I do want to look and see, and that's going to be really pretty. Yeah, I like it. And then I'm going to use the 2 eyelets with the seam binding, the wrap it around and tuck it in, and maybe I'll put like a couple of charms or something on it. I've got some rose charms, I think. So, all right. Well, I think that's enough for today because I don't think I can do anything else and not be crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up all the rest of the stuff for the signature, and then we'll get started on that. And like I said, I'm going to I think there's 8 of these, and then once I put the piece of vellum in there, that's going to be 9. So I think I'm going to just sew trim on every other page because I don't need that much trim in here. So lots of good colorful pages, lots of writing pages, lots of fun stuff. So all right, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.